Thanks for joining me. So winter is finally here. It's December 1st. It's hailing out. It's freezing. It's awful. I'm in Canada. This is an illusion. Not really in Paris, unfortunately. So all I have to warm me up are my winter fragrances and my wine. So I have a top 10 list. Actually, it's a top 11. And they are my top winter fragrances for men, women, and unisex. So we're gonna get started. Before I filmed this video, I actually thought that I had 10. But it turns out I have 11 and an honorable mention. So I'm gonna go from 11 to 1 being my favorite, and I'll just go over the notes and what the fragrance smells like and the vibe I get and that kind of thing. So most of these, I try to always bring new introductions and things that people haven't really heard of too much. There are a few that are popular, that are undeniably good, that I still have to mention because I wear them and they are honestly my top picks. So I'm gonna start with number 11, and it's St.Dupont Noble Wood. This is a gorgeous oud-like fragrance. Even though they don't specify a note of oud, it has a beautiful smooth oud. It's not like a pungent or skanky oud. It's a very, very nice oud, very wearable. It's amber in here. There's some resins. There's no flower notes in here, although it does remind me of Oud Bouquet. And maybe it's a similar woody note in here. There are actually no flower notes in here. So it's interesting how it's reminiscent of Oud Bouquet. This is more woody. It's a little bit less sweet. It's very wearable. I love it in the cooler months. It's got that warming quality to it. It's just, if you like woody fragrances and you're just starting off with oud, this is not a bad introductory oud. So give this one a chance, you guys. This is St.Dupont Noble Wood. I believe this is around $60. I bought this on FragranceNet.com. So check this one out. My next one, oh yeah, and it's unisex, just equally as good for women and men. So yeah, just check it out. The next one I have is Mon Guerlain by Guerlain. And this one I wear, like, this is just like a mindless reach for me. Like, if I don't know what to wear, this is a no-brainer. For me in the winter, it's just got that beautiful lavender and vanilla that is just a perfect everyday scent. It's just feminine and it's down to earth. It's like, it's cozy. You can dress it up or down. It's just like an all-around crowd pleaser. It's a beautiful fragrance. It's been reviewed many times. I'm not gonna go too far into it, but it is undeniably wonderful. And if you like lavender, if you like vanilla, and you like a nice feminine fragrance, this one is great. Next one, Burberry Her Intense. This is my number 3, and number 11, 10, 9. My number 9. We're going backwards. This is just a gorgeous, berry, creamy, cozy scent. It's berries and whipped cream on a bed of rich resins, and it's so cozy and sexy. And to me, the imagery that I get with this every time that I wear it is just snuggling inside under a blanket, eating berries and whipped cream, and just having a cozy, wonderful night while it's snowing outside and I'm warm inside, having a good snug. It's beautiful. It's got a similar sweetness to Maison Kurkdjian Baccarat Rouge 540, but just the sweet note. I would not call these dupes of each other at all. They're not similar beyond that sweet note, but this is just a gorgeous fragrance on its own, regardless of whether it's a dupe or not. It stands on its own, and it is just so rich. It's so cozy, and if you guys haven't had a chance to try it yet, please do. It's Her Intense, especially for those who like gourmands. This is a gourmand leaning, and I'm personally not a gourmand lover, but for me, this just, like, it ticks all the boxes. It's beautiful. So that was 9. My number 8 is Kate Walsh Boyfriend. This is my introduction to myrrh fragrances because I haven't actually ever owned a myrrh dominant fragrance, and this one has amber, vanilla, myrrh, a few other resins. I think it's got night blooming jasmine, plum. It's beautiful. It's leaning, like, it does have a masculine touch to it. I know it's marketed towards women, but both men and women can easily wear this. It's so rich and warm and just so, like, it's like a hug. This fragrance is like a hug. Like, just, it makes you feel better. It's so creamy and ambery, and the myrrh in here is just gorgeous. You can really smell the plum in here as well. And I was really, really impressed with this. This was a blind buy for me, and I bought it because I heard some positive things about this fragrance. And so I thought I'll gamble and I'll give it a go. And I'm so glad that I did, because I've already worn, like, I just got it a few weeks ago. I've already worn quite a bit, considering how many fragrances that I have. By the way, guys, do you want to see a video of my entire fragrance collection? If you do, leave me a comment down below and let me know, because I want to give you guys the content that you're interested in. So let me know if that's something you'd be curious to see, because I got lots. So we've got Noblewood, Mon Guerlain, Burberry Her Intense, Boyfriend by Kate Walsh, and my next is Diptyque Eau Duelle. This one, I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right. It could be Eau Duelle, but yeah, Eau Duelle. Beautiful. Like, it reminds me of a forest. It's got the vanilla and it's got elemi resin. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that correctly, but it's a tree that comes from the Philippines that produces this type of resin that smells like a pine. So it's got that and juniper. And it's very rich. So it's got that vanilla-y base, and it's got what smells a little bit like cinnamon to me, but also with the pine, it's foresty and it's so Christmassy, but in a different way. It's such a unique take on, like, Christmas. It makes me think of walking through a forest in the winter and, like, eating a vanilla ice cream and smelling that fresh fir and pine and all of those trees, and it's just so good. I was very cautious about this one because I was worried that it would be too spicy, because I purchased Kenzo L'Elephant a little while ago, and I know it's a very good fragrance, but for me it's just too spicy. And so I sprayed this with caution. I sprayed it on my hand, and I wasn't sure if I liked it, and then I smelled it some more and I was like, oh man, it's amazing. It's so good. So yeah, this one took me by surprise. Diptyque Eau Duelle. My next selection is from Zara, and this one is from the tobacco collection, Rich.Warm.Addictive. This actually does not have tobacco in it. This only has 3 notes: rum, vanilla, and peony. And it gives you a perceived tobacco. And it's just so, like, it's got a little nuttiness to it. It's very creamy, it's very cozy, it's a bit sweet. So if you like your fragrances on the sweeter side, go for this. It's very affordable. I think about $29 Canadian for me. You get this big bottle and it lasts. This one actually does last for me. I know some Zara fragrances do lack in the lasting department, but this one for me lasted the entire workday until about 6 p.m. And it's very, very cozy. It's just a beautiful winter fragrance. It's, I guess I perceive the tobacco in here because it's from the tobacco collection, but if they had named this the boozy collection or the rum line or something like that, I would have believed that as well. It's definitely the rum that adds that warmth in here. It's very, very nice. So tobacco / boozy, if you're into that kind of thing, give this a go. And my next one is Baccarat Rouge 540, and so I have the original Eau de Parfum and I have the Extrait de Parfum that I got a sample of, and they're both amazing. This one is more kind of like an all-around season, and this one would be more for winter because it is heavier. It's richer, heavier, and sweeter. But I sprayed it on my wrist just before I filmed this video, so I sprayed the original here, the Eau de Parfum, and I sprayed the Extrait here. And they smell, to me, about 95% identical. Like, if you gave me a sample to smell, like as a blind test, and you asked me to guess which one it is, like I could easily get it wrong, or you would tell me, oh, this is the Extrait, I would believe you, even if it wasn't, because they are so similar that it takes a little bit of an extra sniff to be like, oh yeah, okay, this one is a little bit sweeter, a little bit richer. They're very, very similar at first sniff. But I do get more of a woody note from the Eau de Parfum, and it's got more of a lightness, more of a wispiness that, like, it comes and goes. It projects like crazy. Like, it will fill a room and it stays in the hallway. A lady at my work wore this, and that's how I learned about this fragrance. And I came into the office and it smelled like this beautiful smell. A very clean kind of, like, I couldn't describe it, but I was like, I kept walking around, who's wearing that perfume? And I found her and I was like, what are you wearing? And she told me what it was. And it was just like amazing. So it has a certain medicinal kind of undertone to it that smells almost like a dentist's office, or bandages. Like if you open a fresh pack of like just sterilized bandages, or yeah, like a dentist's office. That little bit of that medicinal smell, but over it is a sweetness similar to cotton candy. And it's also got that like airy lightness of cotton candy. And so that's the whole magic of this fragrance. It's very special. I know people say there's a lot of dupes of this, but I haven't smelled anything that smells quite like this. And the Extrait is pretty much the same thing, but just heavier and sweeter. And so if you like leaning a little bit sweeter, then go for that one. And it's unisex. It is very expensive, but it's worth it. It's very, very good. My next pick is Tobacco Vanille by Tom Ford, and I only have a Sephora sample, but I will be getting a full bottle. This one, you know, I do try my best to have every bottle that I talk about, I really do, but this one I only sampled, and I haven't got a full bottle yet, so I apologize to everyone. We're gonna have to work with the sample. Honestly, I don't even need to spray it because I can smell it out of here. It's so potent, it's so in your face, juicy, fresh tobacco drenched in a chai latte and honey. That's what it smells like to me. That's exactly what it smells like to me. It's like that's exactly what it is, like a chai latte. Like, it's delicious. It's very, very sweet. Don't overspray this because it's powerful. It's extremely sweet. And so yeah, 2 sprays would be more than enough. I'm gonna need to take a quick pause because my puppy is barking and I need to see what he's doing. So I will be right back. Okay guys, I'm back. We brought my puppy in here. I just didn't want him to be lonely and sad downstairs. So maybe he'll make an appearance. Hey Bernie, come on. Okay, here's Bernie. He's a little bugger. He's 3 months old. And so he doesn't want to be alone. So he's gonna be joining me for the rest of this video in this room. He's a Bernese and Aussie mix. He's a little bugger. Yeah, so we're almost down to the end. So my next one is Unknown Pleasures by Kerosene. And this is I guess an indie line or a niche line by, I believe, John Pegg. All of the fragrances from this line are astounding. They are extraordinary and unique, and you will really smell special and unlike anyone else wearing this. This just is like, you know, when you've smelled so many fragrances, you don't really think you can find something that's really outstanding and unique. And I smelled this and I was blown away. It smells so rich. It's so, like, it just takes you somewhere. You smell this and you smell like a creamy Earl Grey tea or a London fog tea that's sweet and waffles. Like you're sitting in a beautiful cafe somewhere in the winter time and you're eating fresh waffles and drinking the best Earl Grey or London fog tea that you've ever had in your life. That's what this fragrance is. This, I would just definitely say, is a gourmand. It smells like a dessert. It smells like a treat, and it is just so good. Bernie, stop. Stop it. You're gonna get all tangled. Yeah, so definitely. Kerosene, Unknown Pleasures, guys. If you haven't tried this yet, get your noses on it because it's really out of this world. And my final number 1 favorite that I need to get a full bottle of is Oud Satin Mood by Maison Francis Kurkdjian. This is the Extrait, so it's a little bit powderier, but I love the Eau de Parfum as well. This smells like a rose, a powdery rose, and oud and vanilla. And it is so uncomplicated in the notes, but so unique and so outstanding and genius. Like for me, if somebody said this winter you could just wear this fragrance, I would be okay with it. I would have to avoid wearing it to work because it is very, very strong. It fills a room. This is a powerhouse. This is beast mode. This is everything that you would want in that sense. It's a powdery, beautiful rose with oud and vanilla. That's basically it. It sounds basic, but it's not. It's incredible. It's my favorite. It is just out of this world. By the way, guys, if you didn't know, these samples you can get straight from the website from Maison Francis Kurkdjian, and it's €14. You get 4 samples, and then you get to add 2 extra at checkout. So you get a total of 6 samples shipped to you for free for €14, which I believe is about 20 Canadian dollars, and I think it's like almost 1-to-1 with US dollars. So absolutely, like, go for that and try them out, because the other thing that they do is the money that you spend on the samples, they will credit it to you when you buy a full bottle. So they'll give you a coupon code, and when you order a full bottle, they will apply that €14 discount to your full bottle. So it actually makes the most sense to buy it directly from the Maison Francis Kurkdjian website, because you're getting a better deal and you know for sure that you're going to be getting the authentic product. So absolutely check that out, and you're welcome. And so I hope you enjoyed my top picks. Let me know what your top picks are for the winter, and let me know if you like this video. Please comment down below. I want to know what you guys are wearing. Let me know what I missed. Let me know if you like my selections, and I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please like and subscribe, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!